Hey guys, so I just wanted to bring you an update and some modifications I've been doing on Enoch the Promaster here. So the very first one, as you can see, is taking out, this was the double bench seat. Well, I took it out and I did it without throwing any codes, but what ended up happening is there is a bunch of wires. Well, let me get a better position. In this box right here, I have a bunch of wires all wadded up. So I put that there to protect it. Actually ended up cutting out the airbag that was in there too, and then that way if it deploys upon impact, it'll just, nothing will blow up and air will just come out, nothing else. I also carry this little seat. Now this little fold out seat is made by, who's it, Crazy Creek or something. Anyhow, it's a nice little seat for sitting right on the edge. I also use my, you can see my suitcase right there is a chair, and I can set it right on there too to work. But yeah, taking this seat out was huge, made a huge difference. Lots of space, killer access going out through the passenger door, and just a lot more room in here to work. Still have this guy that folds down, and it comes down to about right here. So it still lets light in, but it kind of blocks you if you're in a public area, you need a change or something. And with my sunshades down, that works pretty good. Okay, so we'll go on over here. So I ended up building these shelves. These shelves worked out really well. A lot of storage can go up there, and it utilizes this whole space up here. Also, I installed this light. This light came with the van. There was two of them originally, and it was hooked up to the van, but I disconnected it, hooked it up to the 12-volt system, and it is really super bright at nighttime. So that works really nice. These are suspended on a couple of points up in here on the top and back with those butterfly toggles that I went through, actually the ridges on the frame, and it held up. Plus these supports right here, here, and here helps hold it up. So yeah, over here in this corner still have the guitar, gym bag, shopping bag, dirty laundry bag, and then down at the very bottom is where I carry the trash bucket where the guitar sits on, and it fits perfectly right up in there. So that works out really good. And I use one of those little Yeti buckets as a garbage bucket, amongst other things. So yeah, the Galley works good. The Dometic is able to open up and actually stay open, which is nice. So it's spaced out properly. I have a through hole fitting where if I ever need to plug into shore power, or I can plug into shore power, I have it run to this right here. And this little cabinet, I'm getting Home Depot or Lowe's, but anyhow, I had to modify it because, see, the surfboard's in the way, so it won't swing open. So what I end up doing is doing like a 4-clip thing. So you have to pull it out. You kind of have to line it up, and see these 4 clips right there? Yep. They kind of just clip on there, and it works out pretty good going down the road so far. But I'll have to get in there, and then you push it shut. And on the bottom, you have to kind of line it up. It's kind of a pain in the ass, so you don't want to put stuff in there that you're accessing all the time, you know. But anyhow, so we'll keep going over here. Yeah, I ended up getting an external little dome light for reading up here. That works good, and I found a LED bulb replacement, so it hardly draws anything. I was thinking about doing another one on the other side. For sleeping arrangement, I ended up going with this is a 2-person sleeping bag, and I really like the room in there. It works good. You can wash it when you need it, and so far it keeps pretty toasty warm. Also, I found this little rack right here, and it's held up and it's real sturdy, again, using like these butterfly things with washers. And it has one leg here that keeps it supported real well. And so far it's worked really good. I kind of wanted to have an open space right here for putting stuff, just to utilize that space. Maybe do another one of those little dome lights over on this side. I don't like using the car battery dome lights. I would rather go off my 12-volt system just in case. So now we'll go into the Galley. Did a lot of work on the Galley. Now, this thing is, I think, 18 inches by 2 feet. Has a sink, Down here is the foot pump. Oh yeah, also, while we're right here, I did mount this. This was the other light. That's the same as this one right here. Got the other light with a switch right here. So now I have awesome lighting up underneath here. That looks really good. This is still kind of a mess, but you know, hey, that's van life. Anyhow, yeah, those original LED lights, they draw quite a bit, like 2.7 amps. Way more than that little guy right up there, which is like 0.3 or something. But anyhow, so the foot pump down here works the sink. I also found this cool little propane bottle here, 11 pounds. It fits perfectly. So glass 5 pound or 5 gallon water. This is like a 3 gallon gray water, and then the propane all fits in there perfectly. This is like a single burner propane. I got it hooked up, and what's cool is like this guy right here fits so perfectly in that this is a for PVC junction, a coupler, and it fits so tight in there. But I wanted to get this bungee down just in case you hit like a big bump. I didn't want this jumping around, even though this whole setup right here would probably way more enough to hold it in place. But just for, you know, residual, and plus this right here, this bungee is going to come down and it's going to help hold this leaf into place. And I'll show you, well, let's pop that leaf out. So this thing pops open quite a bit, and we'll show you. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to show you. So this little guy right here, this is like a secondary water source I like using for rinsing off instead of using my purified water, my good drinking water. And this, I think it's always cool to have, is just a pump up sprayer. Works really good. Oh, this time. So yeah, just use this little dowel right here. Catch it here. And there's the first leaf on there, and you can adjust it. I got it set up a little bit high right now just in case if you're sitting at kind of a tilt or something. But and you can kind of see how everything's plumbed in there. And then this leaf, which is kind of neat, this one's hanging from the ceiling. Sorry for the jerky video. So everything's on latches. And so this guy comes up right there. And then these latches down here, so you all have access ports if you need them, but I got them all latched so they don't move. And then this one, that drops down. So you can see how this thing totally opens up. Got a little table outside. And so up in here you can see how that's run. Through here, it's going to a splitter. The splitter actually has like a little gauge. And then this goes down through a little hole onto the to the heater, to the little this is like a Wave 3 Olympian. I'm not going to take it off, but what's kind of cool is that I got the wall mount one, and then I can literally pull this off and turn it around, and I got it where I could either leave it on here and this will swing, and so I can point it that way, or I can just take it off, and I got plenty of hose. I got 12-foot hose back in there where I could just take that off and turn it around and maybe sit over here facing up that way, or however it's going to work. But Olympian Wave 3, I think that ought to be plenty enough to heat this little guy up. So yeah, this little tank right here hopefully will work good. It's only 11 pound, but hopefully I can get a few days of heat out of it before I have to refuel and cook on it quite a bit. But yeah, so those are the mods that I've made so far, and kind of stoked with it. So hopefully you guys can get some ideas and it'll help you out. Leave a comment, ask some questions. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the flip side. Bloop.